Hey everyone, I'm Morgan from InkedGoddessCreations.com, and today I want to talk to y'all about potion bottles. I just launched a couple of different styles of potion bottles on the website, and I've been getting emails ever since. What can I use the potion bottles for? What can I use potion bottles for in general? Please help. So I decided a blog post was a really good way to not only show the different bottles that we have, but to also just let y'all know what the general uses for potion bottles are. Okay. So potion bottles come in any size, any shape. And generally speaking, I know most of us, when you think potions, at least I do, it's kind of like, witches cackling over a cauldron, and whatever comes out goes into a bottle and then you drink it. And, so potion bottles can be used for liquids. So things like oils, tinctures, and elixirs. Okay. Potion bottles can also be used for your herbal blends. Let's say you're doing a money spell and you want to blend some herbs together, to burn or to cast, for casting herbs. Potion bottles make a really great housing thing for those until you can get, to actually using them. So you're looking at your ground incense, your herbal blends, your resin blends, salt blends. I'm a kitchen witch myself, and I just launched some new salt and sugar blends on the website. I will get to that in a little bit later. But if you are a kitchen witch and you want to make your own herbal spices and seasonings, you can do that and house them in potion bottles. There's just like so much you can do with different potion bottles. And so along with your herbs, your incense, your resins, your salts, your oils, your tinctures, your elixirs, you can also use them for witch bottles or spell bottles. You'll see it both ways. And witch bottles have been used for hundreds of years, thousands, like forever. They have found them in homes hundreds of years old, so in the walls. But basically, you take a bottle, you would fill it with different herbs, resins, and then personal effects. I recommend nowadays like fingernails, hair, things like that. Back in the day, they used to use like blood and urine. I wouldn't recommend that nowadays, but to each their own when it comes to their own magic. But then they're sealed, generally with wax, and they're buried. If you can't bury them nowadays, like if you're renting, then I do recommend hiding them in the back of a closet. But spell bottles or witch bottles are one of the most used things for potion bottles. Okay, so when it comes to witch bottles, and like I said, I'm going to go over a couple of different things. They can be like little tiny, like this is considered a potion bottle. This is actually a 3 milliliter. This is the size of my spell oils. We're kind of phasing this bottle out and going to a new one right now, but that's a 3 milliliter. I make the witch bottle amulets, which you can wear around your neck, in the 2 milliliter, so just slightly smaller than this. So you can put, your herbs, resins, gemstones, anything like that, and put it there. I do sell the witch bottle amulets on the store. So that's a little teeny tiny one that can be used for a witch bottle. And then, like this is a 3.5 ounce size. This is the size of the witch bottles on my website. So when you order a witch bottle DIY kit, it's going to be filled with herbs. I let you know on your invoice what herbs and resins are in here. It's not sealed. Comes with a gemstone and a candle. You add your own stuff to it and then seal it yourself. Okay. So those would be witch bottles, spell bottles. Great way. They are so adorable when they're like all filled with little layers of herbs and resins and stuff. Awesome. So when it comes to like oils, tinctures, elixirs, things like this, these with the darker cork, these tend to be a little bit porous. Okay. So over time, you will see that the oil will kind of get up in here and the liquids will kind of go up through the cork and your cork will become wet. So I do recommend things that are sealed or screwed as far as for oils, elixirs, and tinctures. This is actually one of the gourd bottles that I have new to the store. There's a couple of different colors with the tassels, which means you can use the red one for a love spell, green one, money spell, etc. But these, I really like them for oils. Personally, because they do screw, the top screws on, and then they actually come with, if you can see, a little stopper. Okay, so they come with a little stopper so that you're not losing anything, nothing's leaking out as far as liquids. So these are, and you can see they're a really great size, like for something that you're going to use over and over again, like maybe a new moon oil, full moon oil, something like that. Or if you're gonna, take something maybe to a group setting, for like Halloween or Yule or something and you want to make, some oil for everyone to use, or like altar oil or something, these would be like really awesome. So those are what I call the gourd. They're the gourd potion bottles. And then these have been with me for the longest. These are so adorable. These are the Egyptian glass ones. They are specifically made for oils or perfumes, okay? And the reason is they're not sealed, but they have the little applicator. So it makes it really easy to, dot on your energy points or whatever. They come in a couple of different colors. So those are the Egyptian glass oil bottles, perfume bottles that I do sell in the store. Moving on up with the cork. I love cork bottles, okay, and I have them all over my house. I have witch bottle display in my kitchen, and it's crazy. Like, I decorate for Halloween every year, and it just never goes away. Like, I never take the decorations down. So people think it's Halloween in my house, like, all the time. But anyway, I love cork bottles. So these are two of the newer ones that I do make. There's 5 or 6 different kinds. They all come with a charm, and they're the same. But this is the 10 milliliter. This is the 20 milliliter. So my favorite thing for these, of course, is like an incense blend, resin blend, herb blend. But I wanted to share, I do have some customers, I think this is awesome. They use these for their own personal witch bottles, so they'll fill them and then add their personal effects, seal them, and bury them. But I also have customers that use them for their workspaces at work. So they'll make a little protection or energizing or whatever they need for work, and then seal it, and then they tuck it away in the back of their cubby or in the back of their desk. And I think that's like an amazing idea. So those are the cute little witch bottles with the charms I do sell in the store. So we talked earlier just a second about Kitchen Witch and blends. I am a kitchen witch. I've been a kitchen witch for years. So I decided to take my personal recipes that I've been using for herbal blends, package them up, and make them available to my customers. The jar that I give you is huge. Like, this is 3.5 ounces roughly. It's a lot, and they're amazing though. They come in, there's 4 different kinds. This is actually Love. Sorry. So you got Love, the little charm. They're charged on my altar after I fill them. This is actually a sugar blend. So this is organic sugar, and then there's lavender, orange, cinnamon, and rose ground up in there. So for those of you who aren't familiar with kitchen witchery, I'm gonna have to do like another blog post on that. But basically, if you were to make your own, like let's say everybody in your house is fighting, or you and your spouse aren't getting along really well, and you want to make some cookies, you sprinkle a little bit of some kitchen witch magic in it, something like this, or an own concoction that you've come up with. Sprinkle it in there, and let it do its job. Everyone will hopefully calm down, start to love one another, start to chill out. So like I said, these are the ones I have for sale in the store. Big, huge 3 ounce. So I mean, even when you're done with this, you can re-add your own things to it. But these come in the Love, Money, Healing, and Protection. The Healing Blend is actually one I use every year. We're coming up on that time when everybody starts to get, colds or whatever. I add it to my chicken noodle soup, and I love it. And my kids love it too. So this is a smaller one that I do carry in the store. These are the 1 ounce cork ones. And actually, I decided to use this for the Celtic sea salt that I just got in. It is sea salt from France. So it has that old worldy feel. It's a moist salt. So if you were to order this and you open it, it does look wet. And it freaked me out at first. But it's supposed to be that way. So don't be like, oh, she sent me wet salt. It's supposed to be like that. But this is culinary grade as well. Same with these. This is all made with culinary grade salts. So you can sprinkle this, use this in place of salt to add, that Celtic old world energy to your recipes. Salt in general and sea salt's really good for purification, cleansing, things like that. So if you were to make up your own salt blend, you can house it in something like that and then sprinkle it around your house or your sacred area. Maybe even if you wanted to make some ritual bath salt or herb blends and add it to a bath. Like potion bottles, like what you can do with them is just completely endless. And that's why I love them. And you will find cork bottles all over my house. They're everywhere. So that's it from me today. That's my little spiel on potion bottles, what you can do with them in general, and then specifically the ones that I do have at my store. If you have not visited me there, it is www.inkedgoddesscreations.com. I do have a storefront on Etsy as well, but the majority of my inventory is on the website. So definitely check out there. Subscribe if you want to see other videos. I'm going to start keeping up with this a lot more. I know it's been a while since my last one. But there's also a blog at the website. You can visit me on Facebook. I'll throw up my social media at the end. So definitely keep in touch with me, okay? Thanks. Y'all have a great day.